Oh, wait, I thought it was somebody else. Well, come on in anyway. It's all right. Come on in. Here we go. Now, what we're going to do is, we've got a wonderful recipe we're going to make tonight from scratch. And we've got our ingredients laid out here, and they are magic cookie bars. So just wait till you taste one of them. It's going to be wonderful. Okay, so I've got everything I need, so we're going to get started real quick. We'll jump right into it. We're going to need some butter. Like, I've measured the butter out. We need a half a cup of butter, or somewhere there's about. Just put it in this bowl. If you don't have a bowl like this, you can use a different one. If you don't have this one. And you just put it in here. I'm just going to microwave it. You can flame it, whatever you need to do to melt the butter. I'm just going to use the microwave. So after I melt it, I'll get back with you. All right, action. Okay, what we're doing is, while the butter's melting, we're going to jump to the next step. And what that is we've got some honey-made graham crackers that we're going to make fresh graham cracker crumb crust. Okay, so what you do is, you can put these in here like that if you want in the wrapper, or you can take them out of the wrapper. Before we eat them, we are definitely going to take them out of the wrapper. But everybody knows that. So what we do, we need 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs, if I remember correctly. So just put them in here in a baggie. What I have is a plastic baggie. You can get these at the grocery store, at Walmart, any store that's safe to go in right now. I'm going to zip this up. And then I'm just going to pretend like this is my daughter's boyfriend that won't leave. And you just crumble it all up. And once you get it like that, be real careful. It can aggravate your arthritis. But we need 1.5 cups. I made that look pretty easy, but you can do it. Wait, we need our butter. It's in here. It's melted. Okay, then we need 1.5 cups, so I'm just going to measure that out real quick like. It's hard to do with only 2 hands. You just put them in here. I need 1.5 cups. Okay, wonderful. There's about 1 cup, and here's about, oops. Okay, it looks like pretty much just 1 pack of those makes 1.5 cups of crumbs. That's what you want. Now, mix these together. You can use your finger, but I prefer a spoon when I do it, and you just mix it all together. Now, another thing we need to do, preheat the ovens to 350. Make sure nobody's in there. Because that was one time, well, I won't go there, but. Okay, then when we mix this all together, I'm trying to do it really fast, because if you do it fast, you can make them quicker. So we've got this going on. Okay, now, then what we do after that is we get our pan that's about this big, and it's either 9 by 11 or 11 by 14 or 8.5 by 11. Just put them in here in your pan. Oh man.
Uh-oh.
Hang on. What I like to do is put them in there to see what it's going to look like, and then put them back in the bowl. And it seems non-efficient, but it's okay. Hang with me. once you get those in there, what you need to do, if you're going by the recipe, sometimes I don't, is you need to spread the pan. Just so I do it over the sink so it don't get on everything. Just spray it up real nice. This is arid extra dry. Oh no, that's olive oil. You thought it was deodorant. Oh, should I not use that? It's cooking spray.
Olive oil?
It's like canola oil.
Is it not gonna taste weird?
Is it gonna taste weird?
Olive oil tastes olivey.
Yeah. Okay. Just hang on one second. What you can do is just put that aside. Get you a pan or a glass dish and spray it.
Slow down.
Don't use olive oil spray. Use vegetable. And you just spray it
Never seen it.
like that.
Man, this one's new.
Aquanet. Oh no, that was her hairspray. And I got our blender out, so get it out of the way because you don't need it. And then put these in here. You can see how simple this is. It just goes right in. Now what you want to do is press these out evenly. And we're going to make the crust with this, see? What you can use also is instead of a spoon, you can use anything flat, but you can use the bottom of the cup measurer, okay? And it cakes on. So I'm showing you things not to use. Don't use olive oil and don't use the bottom of your cup measurer. It takes a little longer, but you can use a spoon. Okay, so we'll be right back with you. Okay, so what we're going to do next is, so come on over. What are you doing in there? We're in here. Okay, what we're going to do now, we got the crust ready. And what I did was I made another one right here. And it's basically the same thing, only different. Okay, so just do that. And what we got our crust here, it's just butter and graham cracker crunch. Now the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is, to get them ready, is some pecans. Pecans, I got halves. I'm going to cut them up myself. And what you do is, you just get some out on the cutting board like so. And what you want to use is a big knife. Don't use a little knife. Some people use a little knife. There's nothing wrong with a little knife, but use a big one. Okay? And what you do is, don't try this at home. Oh gosh. You just cut them. Sometimes they fall off. It's okay. It's okay. Just put them back on and just keep doing it more. What you're going to see is chopped up nuts. And so just keep doing it. I learned this technique in school. It wasn't cooking school. I was at school though. And I have some that keep trying to get away. And so you just basically cut them up until they're the consistency you want. This is not garlic, so you don't have to worry about getting it on your hands. It's pecans. And so you've seen pecans chopped before. So what we need is a cup of these. Now I've got 2 pans, so I'm going to need 2 cups. So just hang with me and we'll be right back after the break. We rolling? Stand by, quiet on the set in 3, 2, 1.
Action.
Okay, we're on. Hey Jimmy, where'd you come from?
Hey,
Oh, good to see you. I need some help. You didn't hear me when I first started this, did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay, good. All right, so I need some help. And what we're gonna do now is, oh Jimmy, we don't need this.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, put that away. Good.
don't start getting things out.
Be
Okay,
careful.
now you open this.
Okay.
It's got a pop top. This is Eagle brand milk. What I've pre-measured 14 ounces of Eagle brand milk. One 14 ounce goes on this one, and one 14 ounce goes on this one. What we're gonna do is pour it. We're gonna probably need a spoon.
Careful. All right.
Yeah.
Drizzle.
Now, yeah. Eat just evenly over the crust.
I'll watch you do
want
it
to
first.
spread this out evenly over the crust.
Okay.
One important thing when we pour this, we want to get most of it out, but we want to leave just a little bit in the can so we can eat it. Don't use all of it in the recipe.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go now. Here I
Yeah,
go.
so it's not hard. Gravity will take its course if you turn it up.
Okay.
And once you get on there, it's really thick and wonderful. This stuff is wonderful on cereal and in the mornings and other things it's good on. Lots of other things. They use it in a lot of recipes. It's very common.
You know, Greg, I was thinking
I prefer Eagle brand when it's the only brand they have at the store.
the viewers might want to know why the pecans taste so phenomenal in such a
That
dish.
is a good question, Jimmy. I get that question all the time from our viewers online and even on our live audience.
Yeah.
And people ask that same question. What was it?
Why do the pecans taste so good
Yeah.
in such a dish?
The reason they taste so good in this particular dish is because they're in the recipe. They're part of the recipe.
Okay.
So
Good.
if they weren't in the recipe, we would assume it's bad. Like you
Right.
didn't see broccoli on the list of ingredients. It's probably
Right.
bad in this. I mean,
Right.
broccoli's good, but not with this. So that's really the reason most.
That's the main reason.
Now, Jimmy,
Yep.
look at well, we want to try to keep a clean space as we cook.
Okay.
So I will give you some points off for that. That's okay. It's your first time
All right.
on the set.
I'm gonna clean it up.
Now,
right?
once we get this in here, what we're going to do is, once again, I've pre-measured however much this is of chocolate chips. And you just pour them on. These are milk chocolate chips. The recipe originally called for semi-sweet morsels, but I like the full sweet morsels. I don't like the semi. So here's your son.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Just pour them on evenly.
Similar to how you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly like I'm doing. And just pour them all on and look at that.
That looks good.
Am I doing this right? This is right. Okay. Once you get them all on there, just make sure they're okay.
Yeah.
They're good. And then you can set that aside. Next comes the coconut.
Right.
Moist and tender coconuts. This is sweetened coconut flakes. You can find them. They're hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
You can only find them in grocery stores and Walmarts and
Yeah. Those are
places
hard to
like
get to,
that.
huh?
Cooking stores. You can probably order them on Amazon if you can't find them at all the other locations. This recipe calls for a cup and a third of flake coconut, but does that mean mashed in or fluffed up? I don't know. So I'm gonna do, here's a cup. I don't have one that's a cup and a third in one cup, so I have to do it twice. You sprinkle this evenly over everything else that's in there. To summarize, we've got a crust, graham cracker butter, and sweetened condensed milk. We got chocolate chips, and now we're doing a cup and a third of coconut. Does that look like a third
That
of
looks
cup?
just like, yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
And you just put that on there like so. Try to do it exactly like this, Jimmy.
Okay.
if you want them to taste good.
Sure.
If you like things that are wonderful, you're gonna love these.
Awesome. All right.
So
I'll take some coconut.
if that's not enough, we have another bag.
Okay.
Thank you to Laura Lynn, our sponsor, for getting us the coconut. Now, what we have next is, we have some, our pecans. And there's a cup of these, and I'm gonna sprinkle these on. I'm also gonna sprinkle these evenly over the pan of ingredients. Try to stay inside the pan as much as possible, or they'll get out on the floor and on the counter and whatnot.
Right.
Once we do this, get it on, and look at this. Doesn't this look great? Low calorie, lots of wonderfulness. And then what we're going to do is, once we get it in here, we got to press it down and mash all these things. They got to marry, so to speak. Marry them together.
That's good.
And so here's your nuts.
Thank you.
And
did you cut all the? These are all of them. All right.
So just
oh boy,
be careful with your nuts. And get them on there. I'm really fast at this, but what we're going to do is press all these ingredients together, and the sweet condensed milk's going to start coming up through the bottom as if it's a glue holding everything together.
Oh, I see.
So once we do that, then they are ready to throw in the oven for approximately so many minutes.
Okay.
At 350 degrees. Just check our website for the approximate times and everything. So just stand by and we'll be right back with you. All right, and we're back. For those of you watching this video, I'm terribly sorry, but that just took a split second. For us, that was about 45 minutes to an hour. We pressed that together.
Yeah.
So we're going to put them in the oven now. So the oven is preheated. It preheated about an hour ago. I could have waited a lot longer to turn it on, but put them in quickly. All the heat's getting out. Hurry. Oh, come on. There we go. Good job. That was perfect. And so we're going to bake it for 25 minutes or until it's golden brown on the coconut on top. But so you don't have to wait. I've already got the finished product right here. I'd like to show you. Okay. No, I don't. We're going to have to wait. So we'll be back in 25 minutes. All right. Now here the timer has gone off. We're going to check them. Yeah, they're good. And just want to take a double look. And we're just going to pull them out. Now what you're going to need is something that you can grab the pans with. They're very hot. And you can use a towel, an oven mitt, but all I have is a sock puppet. But it'll be fine. And you just pull them out. And I got one of these out because they'll cool faster. The cooler they fast, the sooner you can eat them. And they could cook another minute or two, but we're gonna go with it. And there they are. They just look all good and everything. Now another thing that you won't find this anywhere online if you look up this recipe. But what you want to do is get out a spatula of some sort that's flat, and just when you find one, you'll know it because it'll you'll get it. Do we have any spatulas? Here's one. I found it. Now what you do is you take this, and not this end but the flat end, and you just start working it in next to the pan like so. You see how I'm doing that? You can do it slower or faster than this. It really doesn't matter. But what we're doing is we're just separating it from the side of the pan, because if you don't, it's gonna glue like epoxy, and it'll be terrible to get them out. And so I'm just gonna do this all the way around, and it makes a nice little loaf, and it's just good, enjoyable. Not this, doing this, but when you eat them, it's enjoyable. And then once you do this around the whole thing, see the caramelized edges on that? It's so good and wonderful. And that's all you got to do, just like that. And once you do that, you can slice them up however you want. Some people do diamonds, some people do crossways, some people do circles. I just go straight across. I usually cut 5 equal pieces, but I'll probably go for 6. So we'll cut those later when they cool. And that's it. Magic. We left out the main ingredient. We forgot to put the magic in it. Oh gosh. When the kids were little, we'd put magic in it, you know, like say your favorite magic word, like abracadabra or something, but these don't have any magic in them. So they're just cookie bars now. They're not magic cookie bars. All right, well, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.